patiently waiting as we give people an opportunity to show up, to join in before we get started with our meditation. And hello there to Tomorrow and Patrick joining through the YouTube. And quite a few people joining through Facebook. Hello there, everyone. Good evening in Scotland, Michael and Tom. Welcome. Insomnia, good morning. Nightingale, Patricia. Hello. Joni, hi there. So we'll start our practice today with a bit of reading, just a short reading, and then we'll get into guided meditation. Some guided, some not guided. Most importantly, practicing together, doing this contemplative practice in our morning or evening, whatever moment of our life it happens to be, intentionally stepping into this field of contemplation and deepening our relationship with ourselves together. Hello there to my friend Bhante Panavamsa, Bhikkhu Kowida, and Stacy joining. Hi there, Stacy. Joining through Facebook. Anna, welcome. And Fair St. Pierre. Got quite a few people joining here in the YouTube. Very powerful when people come together to practice meditation. Of course, we can't see each other. We can't. We're not close to each other. We're not in the same space, But that intentionality is there, that heart of the practice is there, that we are coming together to practice, even though we can't. Of course, it's not the same experience if we went to a meditation center and we were all in the room together. Hey there, M. Welcome. Is it anyone's first time joining or first time practicing meditation? We can utilize the live chat to communicate here through YouTube. Barely able to hear me. Okay, so maybe I'll take this. My mic might be quite low. Okay. So how about I take this and I put it here? Is that better? Is that any louder, any clearer? I'm still having a large range of technical issues as I get started with using a computer to stream. This is much better. Brilliant. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So keeping it very close is better. And hey there to Zimachia. All right, so now everyone can hear me. If you don't know what's going on, if this is your first time hearing me, it's been mute until now. We're going to be taking a look at a reading, a short reading, and then practicing meditation together with the guidance. Okay, so I think it's reasonable for us to get started about now with our reading. Unless is there any questions before we get started? Any clarification? Maybe you've stumbled across this place. You're not sure exactly what's going on. You're not sure if you want to stay and practice and do this kind of practice, or if you want to click off and go watch another YouTube video. So if you're in that kind of situation, if there's any question that you have that I can maybe offer some clarification on about what it is that we're doing here, what's going on, then I'm happy to answer that before we get started. And good morning to Susanna. And while we are able to be in the space, kind of in a online meditation center kind of environment, if, for example, we went in person to a meditation center, it's much easier to, we kind of get distracted. We feel like, oh, I'm ready to go get a cheeseburger, but there's that social pressure or that situational pressure of, oh, I'm here at the meditation center. I'm here in this building. I'm not just going to get up and walk out. And so even though we're online and this is a kind of online space, we want to bring up that same kind of spirit. So when we get distracted, when we feel like we've failed at the meditation, or we feel we're ready for our cheeseburger or our vegan sausage, whatever it might be, the practice here is to bring the mind back, come back to the breath, come back to the practice, and explore a little bit more in learning about ourselves and embracing this practice. And it should all be pretty on the nose, easy to follow along with, hopefully. All right? So let's go ahead and get started. And hi there to Luke. Welcome in, Luke. Great to see you. Or rather, to know you're here. So the reading that we will be taking a look at today, a short reading, is one of the practices for nurturing happiness as taught by Thich Nhat Hanh, and this is the practice of deep relaxation. So this can set the tone for our contemplative inquiry, for our meditation practice. Being with the breath, being with the body, being willing to step into the direct experience of our lives versus the thoughts and ideas and beliefs and stories and expectations of our lives. That's the practice. That's where we start the practice. So beginning with the reading. When we fall down, we have physical pain. When we're sad, we call it emotional pain. But mind and body are not separate, and suffering is not just an emotion. We hold suffering in our body. The practice of deep relaxation is a way to acknowledge and soothe the suffering in the body and the suffering in the mind. Deep relaxation begins with observing our bodies. You can start with your eyes. Breathing in, I am aware of my eyes. Breathing out, I smile to my eyes with gratitude and love. Then bring your awareness down to your nose, your mouth, your throat, and continue down to your toes. You're doing a scan of your body, not with an X-ray, but with a ray of mindfulness. You go through your whole body, bringing your awareness to each part. Breathing in, I am aware of my heart. Breathing out, I smile to my heart with love. My heart is essential to my well-being. It works non-stop and nourishes all the cells in my body. Now, this can certainly sound a bit spiritualist, kind of poetic, almost even frivolous for some people. But it's real, it's true. Much more so than any of our ideas or our story about our lives, our judgments on ourselves, our judgments about our relationships with other people. Our heart is essential to our well-being. It works nonstop and nourishes all the cells in our body. And it has nothing to do with our idea of the heart. It's the heart itself, this direct physical aspect of our experience that we all have going on right now. It's very profound. It's very, it's straight to the point. It's not a conceptual, poetic idea. There's a loving kindness to it. There's a romanticism about getting involved in spiritual teachings. But what we're talking about is relating to our physical experience directly in these wholesome ways. So doing a scan of the body, not with an X-ray, but with a ray of mindfulness, a ray with our attentive awareness, our presence. Going through the whole body, bringing awareness to each part of our body. Not the idea of it, not the idea of our body, but the direct experience that's alive right now. Bringing awareness to each part. Breathing in, I am aware of my heart. Breathing out, I smile to my heart with love. My heart is essential to my well-being. It works non-stop and nourishes all the cells in my body. I am so grateful to my heart. I get to rest and sleep, but my heart never stops. Yet I've done things to hurt my heart. I've drunk too much alcohol. I've smoked. I haven't been very kind to my heart. As you breathe in and out and embrace your heart with mindfulness, you can see things like this. This kind of insight can transform and heal. You know exactly what you should consume and what you should not consume to be kind to your heart, which is an essential condition of your happiness. You go through all your organs, all the parts of your body in this way. This is the contemplation of the body in the body. There is a basic text in Buddhism that teaches us how to meditate on our body. It's called the Kayagatasati Sutta, mindfulness of the body in the body. The body is an important object of meditation. It contains the cosmos, the kingdom of God, the pure land of the Buddha, and our ancestors, both spiritual and genetic. Meditating on the body, we can get in touch with all these things and nourish our happiness and well-being, as well as the happiness and well-being of those around us. So this morning, going into a contemplative practice together, a meditation practice, that's exactly what we will start with, a meditation on the body, scanning through the body with our awareness and our attention. So if you're following along, take a few moments to find a comfortable position to sit or to lay, finding a comfortable position for the body. Most important is that it's comfortable and relaxed, but you're also able to maintain some sense of brightness, alertness is also quite important. As we get into this practice of meditation. So as we find that position that is comfortable and suitable for us, really check in with your intention. Do you want to practice meditation? Do you feel that it will bring benefit to your life? Are you interested in it? So connecting with that intention and that willingness to turn inward, to examine the body and step towards our bodily experience with our attention. So as we connect with that, if we connect with that intention, we can take a few deep breaths at our own pace. And as we are breathing deeply, gathering the mind, breathing in this spirit of bringing the mind, the thinking mind, the story mind, home to the body. So with each breath, we begin to become aware of physical sensations in the body. feeling of the body as a whole. The reality of the body sitting here at this moment. There is a body sitting here. And that bodily awareness, we can direct it towards the area of the head. So now as we breathe and are aware of the head area, noticing any sensations or experiences that stand out. Noticing and observing and breathing, not judging, not looking for something in particular, but scanning through, being with the head area. The eyes, the ears, the nose, the face. The skull, the brain. There's a lot going on here, and it's very simple, very common to be dismissive about our brain, our skull, our face, these muscles and skin. Easy to be dismissive, but when we accept that there is a physical experience of the head area, what's that like? When we give our attention to that area, what do we notice? Simply breathing and noticing in the head area. And as we scan through the body, we may certainly find that our attention goes elsewhere. Maybe we notice other physical sensations in the body, or we get caught up in some kind of thinking, or we feel we're not doing it right, or we're confused. If we tend to get distracted in that way, when we notice that we're getting distracted, coming back to the breath, gathering our attention, settling down, and then going back to our body scanning as we move through the body, different parts of the body. From the head area, our awareness moving down into the neck, the throat, the tops of the shoulders, what do we notice in these areas? from the shoulders deeper into the body, the shoulder joints, the upper back and spine, from the shoulders going down into the upper arms, the biceps and the triceps, into the elbows, the forearms and the wrists, as well as our hands. Not trying to achieve anything, but embracing ourselves, embracing our body with our own attention and awareness. The shoulders, the arms, the hands. If we're really willing to look through our direct experience, what is it like to have shoulders and arms and hands at this moment? What kind of experience is that? Bringing a sense of curiosity and exploration into this practice as we explore the body with our mindfulness and with our attention. From the hands to the wrists, to the forearms, the elbows, the biceps, the triceps, connecting to the shoulders, from the shoulders, our awareness flowing into our chest area, the chest, the armpits, the upper portion of the back, shoulder blades. This chest, upper torso area. The muscle, the skeleton, the organs, the bones, it's all there. So really looking with our attention, showing up to this aspect of our experience that we may usually be ignoring or dismissing. What is that experience, that cavity inside the chest area? What does it feel like? being with the breath, and from the chest, putting our awareness into the heart. Breathing and noticing, experiencing the heart. What's it like to have a heart? Not taking any one experience for granted or to define all experiences. Moment to moment, what is it like to have a heart? Repeating after me, breathing in, I am aware of my heart. Breathing out, I smile to my heart with love. We can take a few breaths in that way. Breathing in, I am aware of my heart. Breathing out, I smile to my heart with love. From the heart area, moving into the middle of the back, the rib cage, the middle of the spine, and the lungs. As we breathe in quite consciously, deeply breathing, feeling the oxygen, the air coming in through our nose, going down through our throat and our neck, down into the body, expanding and filling the lungs. The lungs may be, in fact, one of our most alive or intimate organs in that we are constantly breathing. So with each breath, we are feeling the lungs. We're not just breathing, we are feeling, experiencing the organs of the lungs. Breathing in, I am aware of my lungs. Breathing out, I am deeply grateful to my lungs. Breathing consciously in that way of awareness of our lungs and a sense of gratefulness and kindness towards our lungs. With each and every breath, we're turning towards the body, establishing ourselves in the here and the now. Showing up for our suffering, our confusion, our negativity, our bad habits. Breath by breath, we are showing up and realizing that even in the midst of suffering, confusion, negative thinking, difficult situations, peace is accessible to us. Through a meditation practice, through our mindful breathing, we're able to enliven and enrich the relationship that we have with ourselves. Meditation not as a exercise or something to force us to do, but rather an opportunity to be intimate, loving, peaceful, gentle, and embracing towards ourselves. To take a look. As we move from the physical experience of the breath in the body, the lungs filling, and releasing, our awareness flowing down lower into our midsection, our lower back, our stomach, our sides, all the way from the lungs to the hips area, the stomach area, and the lower back. What do we notice here? We may feel some kind of pain or discomfort in the lower back. We may feel the expansion and contraction of the stomach area, the rising and falling of the stomach as we breathe. We may not feel much of anything, and that's okay too. from the stomach, the navel area, the lower back, our awareness moving into our hips and our pelvis, our groin and rear area, what kind of experience are we having in this pelvis area, the rear and the groin? Breath by breath, we continue to notice, continue to look, to engage with the body. Any tension or pain, accepting it without judgment and continuing to look, to be aware. And from the pelvis area, moving our attention into the thighs, the inner and outer thighs, the thighs to the knees, the knees into the shins and the calves, scanning through, looking. Finally into the ankles and the feet. Breathing and being aware of the whole body sitting here at this moment. Repeating after me if you like. Breathing in, I am aware of my whole body. Breathing out, I offer my loving attention to my whole body. Breathing in, I am aware of my whole body sitting here. Breathing out, I offer my wholehearted, loving attention to my whole body. any pains, tensions, difficulties that we feel in the body, giving them the attention that they so need. This loving, embodied awareness can help us to transform those tensions, those sufferings, those anxieties. Through embracing them and turning towards them, we can learn to understand and to have compassion for those painful aspects of our experience. With each conscious breath, bringing in more and more awareness of the body at this moment. With each exhale, offering our sincere, loving kindness to ourselves, to our entire body. Just breathing and being with ourselves. So now, as we bring our meditation together to a close, We can gently open our eyes, continuing to maintain this awareness of our body and this loving attention to our body. And in closing, I will be reading a teaching on metta, on loving kindness. Translation from Thich Nhat Hanh. A person who wants to attain peace should practice being upright, humble, and capable of using loving speech. They will know how to live simply and happily with senses calmed, without being jealous or carried away by the emotions of the majority. Let a person seeking peace not do anything that will be disapproved of by those who are wise. And this is what such a person contemplates. May everyone be happy and safe, and may all hearts be filled with joy. May all beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, invisible or visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Just as a mother loves and protects her only child at the risk of her own life, cultivate boundless love to offer to all living beings in the entire cosmos. Let our boundless love pervade the whole universe, above, below, and across. Our love will know no obstacles. Our heart will be absolutely free from hatred and enmity. Whether standing or walking, sitting or lying, as long as we are awake, we should maintain this mindfulness of love in our own heart. This is the noblest way of living, free from wrong views, greed, and sensual desires, living in beauty and realizing perfect understanding. Those who practice boundless love will certainly transcend all suffering. Etana sacha vajina soti te hotu sabada. May all beings realize this way of peace. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, thank you everyone so much for joining this guided group meditation practice. This is something that we can do anytime, any moment. If we just take a few steps, a few breaths to calm down, to gather ourselves, we can establish peace in our own lives, in the here and the now. And one of the most important ways, the most fundamental ways that we can begin to do that is through awareness of our body at this moment. That curiosity, that sincerity to turn towards the body, What's going on? What's it like to have a body at this moment? Peace is accessible. So I want to express my deep gratitude for everyone participating this morning, and also take this opportunity to announce that I believe we will start to have a session many days of the week at 8 p.m. So 8 a.m. California time and also 8 p.m. California time. And I'm sure those sessions will take a large variety of forms, but I hope to continue offering to the community in this way. All right? So thank you everyone for joining, and enjoy the rest of your day.